And here we are, in the capital of Nicaragua, Managua. Before we start our adventure, we still have to buy a little bit of food and the rest of the gear. So, let's have a look at the city.
Tuna, some rice. See, we got some cashews that were really expensive. Some nice sesame, cookies. Some more cookies, and a small machete, small one. It was a fun market, very colorful, very nice.
After coming back to the hotel, we had to rest from the heat. Afterwards, we packed our stuff and got ready for the drive. In the morning, we were supposed to meet our driver, who offered to drive us to Ayapal. According to the map, the last village that can be reached by the car. And this is him, Ibrahim, our taxi driver, although we believed that secretly he wished to be a race driver.
So we hired a taxi. We just counted on the taxi driver to know where he was going. But it turned out that his extra lowered street racing car cannot drive on the gravel road. So decided to start a little bit earlier, instead of driving all the way to Ayapal, to just go on the river here. I don't know if there's like a better technique for it or something.
After 5 kilometers of paddling on the shallow waters and passing thousands of barbed wires, we arrived to our first camping.
You put wood in there, and then you have a power bank with a little fan that is blowing the air on the burning wood. And at the same time, you can charge the power bank and your phone.
It's makkelijk.
It's makkelijk. Oh, that's quite alright.
It's not the worst.
It's okay, Oh.
Although we wish Lena was here. Huh?
Yeah, that's some sauce. How was the night, Frankster? Oh, slept pretty good. I mean, yeah, pretty good. The sounds of the jungle are great. The insects and birds. That's pretty cool.
We made it to Ayapal, the last chicken, last charging and last internet. Jungle is super loud in a nice way, very peaceful and beautiful. Gear works well, water from the river tastes funny, but so far no stomach problems.
Hey Frank, why are you setting the tent in the room?
Just to make sure we don't get bitten by the bed bugs.
The hotel is the most disgusting I've ever seen. Bedbugs and fungus.
I think we got a little bit sunburn yesterday.
Yeah, but just a little bit. They say there's enough water to pass, so you know that's good. We'll make it.
So we are doing the standard filter test, and when the filter is working well, there's no bubbles coming. So it seems that after 2 days our filter stopped working.
Too smooth, you know?
So because we did 20 kilometers today, we can assume that we're gonna make it to Waspan much earlier than we thought. So we rewarded ourselves with a chocolate pudding that was meant to be
It is really good.
eaten later. According to the map we had, after Ayapal, Waspan will be the first place connected to the rest of the country by road. So we set it as our goal, as it seemed to be the easiest way out for us.
Apple cinnamon porridge and some Mexican style scrambled eggs for breakfast today. And we're gonna make coffee.
Nobody expected the rain in Nicaragua, huh?
No, it was not predicted.
On the third day, we realized that the dream of spending days in the jungle will not come true. The trees and the animals had to make space for the cow farms that were now everywhere around the river.
Finished day 3. It rained today. We saw the first speedboats. Water filter broke, but luckily we have the schnapps. Most of the jungle is cut down for cows. Eating dry rice and thinking about your cooking.
Disinfect the stomach, plan for today, we're going to Boca de Wina, short paddle, and then we're gonna check out this Rio Wina and see if that maybe is a cooler river and if we can get a car to drive us to the top of the Rio
Or the
Wina.
motorboat.
Or the motorboat, yeah. We're gonna soon check the messages, see if she managed to check it for us.
Yeah, we have this satellite device so we can send a message and receive the message.
Bad satellite image. Rio Wina, very similar to Boca. Wina has forest in beginning after crossing, but then farms. Boca more forest will come.
After receiving this message from Lena, we paddled for a few hundred meters and we arrived to the village called Boca de Wina. We were welcomed very warmly by the guy called Juan, who presented himself as the president of the village. During last couple of days, we passed a lot of those remote villages that according to the map can be reached only by the boat. Yet, for the first time, we had a chance to enter one of them, see it from inside, and speak to the locals. We were told that the local kids can attend the school in the village till they are 15. For the secondary school, they will have to travel 1.5 hours, although the lessons there would take place only once a week. The local store offered most of the products that people in the village would need. Unfortunately, due to the high cost of transportation, by no means could we describe it as cheap. The medical center was run by the guy who was sent there by the government for a year. Besides his rather limited equipment and only few medicines that he also had a radio that he could use to call the help from Ayapal. Although their arrival time would be dependent on the water level, and it could take up to a day. After this short but exciting tour, we handed the money to El Presidente, who promised to take us 20 kilometers up the Rio Wina.
There was not enough water in the river, which apparently the guys living on the river didn't know about. So they brought us 2 hours of river and then they ran out of water. And instead of going back, we decided to, we just pack the boats. You know, it's a pack raft after all, so we pack it. We walk a little bit, we camp somewhere once we get tired of walking, and we go down tomorrow with the pack raft again. Because we paid them to take us 20 kilometers of the river, which turned out to be only free. So tomorrow when we go back to them, we get a horse ride. We're gonna ride the horses in the jungle, they said, in the real jungle.
Thanks for info. We went up Rio Wina, first boat, then walking. Saw locals play baseball. Nice camping place. Tomorrow back to Boca de Wina. No crocodiles yet.
Boca de Wina. No, wait, Rio Wina. That's it. The village is Boca de Wina.
After half a day of really cool paddling, we arrived again in Boca de Wina. The first person we met was Tano, who revealed that so-called El Presidente is just a local alcoholic who will not organize any horse ride for us. Afterwards, Tano told us a tragic story of tribe Mayano living in this village.
Cuando yo vine a este lugar de esta Boca de Wina, hace ya 27 años. Y en ese tiempo yo tenía aproximadamente unos 20 años, o decir 22 años. Y en ese tiempo los bosques eran inmensos. Se cruzaba uno al otro lado del río de Wina y al otro lado, y podía caminar 2, 3 días, 4 días hasta salir a la costa y no había más gente. Solamente era selva, bosque, animales, de todo tipo de animales. Habían tigres, habían dantos, habían jabalines, habían guardiolas, cuzuco, venado, todo tipo de animales. Y tantos como aves también, pavones, lapas, loras, de todo tipo. Pero hace 10 años que entró otra gente de otras zonas que son ganaderos. Y esos ganaderos comenzaron a talar la montaña y a hacer potreros. Entonces el bosque fue desapareciendo y así está el bosque algo desaparecido. Pero nosotros los que somos pobres siempre seguimos siendo pobres.
What's happening? Where are we going?
We're going fishing.
Fishing!
Our host is showing us how we fishes, which apparently you do at night. So let's go have a look. Standing small.
Did we get something?
Estamos.
In Boca de Wina, we only stayed for a single night, but the warm and genuine impression left by the locals stayed with us for far longer. We were surprised to learn that we were the first white visitors they had seen in years. The following days were filled with the conversations about their challenging circumstances, as well as countless little stories that made our journey special.
We made it! We made it to Rio Coco. What you can see behind us is Honduras. We met the first river gas station. They sell gas and drinks. Oh yeah, for the motorboats. Got invited for a glass of milk in Honduras at the house of the guy who has 300 cows. So.
After a couple of days on Rio Coco, we were ready to catch the boat to Waspan. But as we were informed by the locals, the first chance for that we would have in the village called Siksa that was located after numerous whitewater rapids that were ahead of us.
Guys, so this is what the locals call El Salto de los Muertos, you know. As you can see, there's two boats stuck there that are just stuck halfway in the water, so we figure like if the locals are losing their boats there, we're not gonna try it, you know, we don't have like any safety gear. We're just gonna take the safe way around.
There is a guy with the boat, but he's not here today. He will come back today and then we can leave tomorrow, or the guy will come back tomorrow and then we can only leave the day after. Here in Siksa Yari, once again we are impressed by the hospitality of the locals. Right after our arrival, accommodation and food were offered to us, without any money being even mentioned.
Today's
It's also where we met Mitch, the guy who many years ago took an illegal and dangerous path through Mexico to fulfill his American dream. Once he got there, he did what he did best, training polo horses that made him a lot of money. Few years ago, he returned to his peaceful life that he missed so much in North America. He turned out to be a great guide for us, not only because he spoke fluent English, but also because he could explain us many cultural differences that were previously unknown to us.
First we were sitting outside the house, and then suddenly the dog started barking, banging sounds coming from the village, and then our host told us like,
guys, we should go inside because the mentally ill are like on the loose. So apparently there's like some crazy sickness that already a few people warned us about going around, where sometimes people who suffer from it, they just like go a little bit crazy. They might run at you with machete or something. After nearly 2 days of waiting, our motorboat finally arrived and we were ready to set off on the last stretch of our journey.
It's a busy boat. It's pretty full. It's gonna be fun, you know.
And that's when we met our captain, Shakal. He is the man who takes responsibility for many people, including women and children, providing them with the only opportunity to visit the city. However, with the price of $30 one way, most of them can afford it only once or twice a year.
We are in a pretty overcrowded boat. First 30 seconds of the voyage already some water was coming in because the boat was sizing wide. There's a guy with a stick in the front, you know, checking if there's enough water. Funny thing is, we kind of feel like we have to balance the boat, you know, but there's also people with babies on board and stuff, so I guess we should just trust the system, you know, not think about it too much. We went through the first rapid, hit a rock, water started going inside, people were shouting, some bags fell off the boat, but Shakal was laughing, so apparently it's alright.
But not every rapid could be passed so easily. Some required unloading the boat, lowering it with the ropes, and carrying the cargo on the backs. The whole operation could take up to a few hours. As Shakal told us, accidents had happened to him in the past, and he doesn't want to take any risks.
So, once again, we didn't make it where we thought we were gonna make it to. And we'll probably still make it to Waspan tomorrow.
An unexpected night on the riverbank was not a big problem for us, as we could still use our camping gear. Some of the other passengers disappeared into the nearby village in search of shelter, while others spent the night in the boat or simply slept on the ground. We arrived to Waspan late in the evening. Shakal kindly arranged a taxi for us. We went to the hotel, got ourselves clean, and the rest is the history.